people's perceptions, those types of things. And these are going to be surveys and questionnaires that you might use in an educational, psychological, or social science setting. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean if you have other interests that this is not applicable to you. It's just letting you know that our examples are going to focus on that. So the things we're talking about, though, would clearly apply to cognitive tests. Those are things that have a right answer. So we've all taken an ACT, an SAT, a GRE, those types of things. Those would be examples of cognitive tests. Or also there's behavioral observation measures. So that's a different kind of measure. We're not going to be using those types of things as examples as we go through our 3 presentations. So that just sort of lets you know where we're headed. So what am I going to be talking about today? So I want to start with just a few slides reviewing some definitions about measurement. Not that you all don't know what these things mean, but I think it's just helpful to sort of get us in a context for what we're really going to be talking about today. Then I'm going to be talking about the process of developing a measure. What does that look like sort of start to finish? Then we're going to spend the majority of our time talking about how do you actually define a construct. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. We're going to talk about research questions. You're going to have an opportunity to share some of your research questions and things that you're interested in working on. We'll talk briefly about conducting a literature review and looking at established theory. And then we're going to talk about qualitative research and how that can help in defining a construct. Then we're going to talk briefly about some tips for identifying existing measures that might be out there on your construct. And then I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about things you need to consider when choosing the mode of delivery of how you want your survey to be administered to your participants. And then finally,